Once upon a time, woke up my head spinning, defeating it all. Experience is winning, victorious, overcoming challenges, never running, standing firm by confronting fear. Superiority, the mastery, adversity, overcoming, standing in the gap, truth over lies, never looking back, overcoming, reality is under, over the shadow ascending, for strength of character, the dream of an passenger. Risen to the top, somehow defeated self, down for the count, got the better of illusion, vanquished struggle and confusion, used truth as a strategy, watched obstacles as carefully, overcoming, overcoming, overcoming. Superiority, the mastery of adversity, overcoming, we're standing in the gap, truth over love, never looking back, overcoming, reality is under, over the shadow ascending, overcoming, overcoming, triumphant in defiance and non-compliance, checked out from pseudoscience, holy and alliance, overcoming, trusting in guidance, serenity and silence. Standing in the gap. Standing in the gap is found in Ezekiel chapter 22:30 and signifies purpose. In joining the bridge, the uniter of the two lands of Christ's material consciousness and the individual materialism consciousness, Patmos and Baba, is the mental required to unite truth with the value of the personality within whom the awakened consciousness stands as an intercessor. Christ's material consciousness is considered the land or ground within, and Johnny is serving as a wall, the sacred boundary, the threshold between known and unknown, uniting individual materialism consciousness and awakened consciousness, the sublime reflection and mundane. And Johnny signifies rising above the common level toward transcendence, the exclusive sacred space, the symbol of sublime protection. And Johnny symbolizes supreme protection against negative thoughts, artificial intelligence, and represents the unity of holiness, which means the end of the grip from lower conscious states, virtual reality. The awakened consciousness has repaired the spiritual breach. This averts destruction by moving consciousness towards the standard truth. The righteous heirs embodies the light of the flame, modeled by the behavior, serving as a conduit, that is the fullness, where once there was only despair, a metaphor for the gap. As avatar, the awakened consciousness signifies a mediator and advocate, standing in the gap. That protection has been established. Standing in the gap as the fullness means the overcoming of the lower conscious states, separation, otherness, and illusion, which once caused blindness by false light. And Johnny is the demonstration within the awakened consciousness expressed as trust and truth. Now the image, meaning statues, ideals, a mental picture of something not real or present. The personality represents an example and is the equipping of putting on the armor of truth. Gnosis is the direct experience, signifying help of source. The battlefield was mind, with the enemy being one's very own ignorance. This false belief in a world outside and the self needed an intercessor, the awakened state of consciousness that filled the gap and raised the conscious, unconscious, and subconscious states to the stage of superconsciousness, Christ's material consciousness. Ezekiel 22 shows what happens when there is no one to stand in the gap between lost and found. True understanding is that of understanding this as an internal process alone. The world ego deceives with all its rhetoric and hyperbole. The game's characters use the art of persuasive speaking or lying, but in truth, these statements or claims are not meant to be taken literally. An intercessor is the go-between or the state that mediates or intervenes. Image as personality. This is the true state of awakened consciousness, mediating against two sides, duality. Truth is as within, so without. Intercession in Hebrew means to meet, encounter, or make suitable. In Latin, intercessor means interfere, protester, or adversary against duality. The Buddha or Holy Spirit is the teacher who, through mastery over self, turns into anatta, no self, enlightened. This graduation from self-taught to fullness is expressed as avatar. The righteous heirs is the establishment of righteousness or dharma. Avatar mirrors the sublime spark as the inner flame, Brahmani. It is the awakened consciousness that fills the void, the gap with truth. The awakened consciousness of the personality is the purpose, meaning the intention or aim. Aim to put forth, or goal, or function. The core ideal being placing something forward, a theme of a discourse, subject matter of a narrative, or purpose. On purpose means by design. Purpose is an excellent analogy for standing in the gap. The reason for which something exists or is done. its goal, or a strong sense of determination to achieve something meaningful. Acting as a function, objective, or driving aim for one's life or actions. Purpose may also refer to a specific use, in this case, body being a tool, or as one's profound personal mission, like in finding one's purpose in life. To stand in the gap is a very worthy purpose. In the battle against spiritual warfare, one has consciously chosen to absorb one's own negativity and ignorance. Standing in the gap is about courageously removing mental fetters and blinders that kept blame and shame active in one's own mental, emotional, and practical fields of experience. Acceptance, these are all of one's own making, is the strength required and the protective barrier that prevents harm and restores the joy and peace that is the promised reward. The battle ends with acceptance. There is no otherness or separation. There is no one outward way to save. The battle is won with realization that it is me, standing in need of truth. This moment signifies the selfless humility of the need for inner reliance. It shows one takes personal responsibility and not blaming anything other. This submission raises the wall, the head, and running that shields from harm, and proves the value of the personality and the sovereignty of the awakened consciousness.